Hello and welcome once again to Merlin Reviews. Today I just wanted to do a brief discussion on Attack on Titan and why I believe the series has become so popular recently. Now I could delve into the obvious elements such as the mostly very crisp and flashy animation, or the unique element of the story, and the haunting originality of the Titans themselves. Though these are obviously all important, I believe that it is the thematic ideas expressed in this series, as being reflected by such incredibly believable characters that makes the series truly great. The Titans themselves present one of the main themes of the story, their mysterious origins still being taken into account. In this alternate world, possibly dystopian and reminiscent of medieval Europe and steampunk fantasy, we find that humanity has closed itself off from the outside world, with the populace living in a fragile ignorance within a controlled environment strongly divided by military and class lines. Humans have cut off any desire to learn or grow by limiting their environment, with the Titans being the primary reason for this. Eren Yeager makes note of this himself, stating that his life would not have much meaning in such a crippling society. When the Titans arrive and wreak havoc upon the cities, chaos ensues as the peaceful ignorance is shattered. People demonstrate how they will act under such apocalyptic distress, with many putting their families and sometimes merely themselves before others. People are divided, and their darker nature becomes more present. The foundation of the government and culture of the city is shown to be more corrupt than originally realized. This is also reflected by another point of interest. While it might not be an anti-war comic necessarily, Attack on Titan does not turn a blind eye to some of the horrors of war. Most specifically is the dehumanization of soldiers for military purposes. Though the characters are likable for the most part, they are all part of a military structure which requires the following of orders with mechanical precision. This naturally makes some moral issues difficult in the face of combat. Eren Yeager is himself essentially turned into a vital weapon for humanity, and he must struggle to retain some aspect of himself as an individual despite this. This internal conflict is one of the key components of Eren's character, and to some extent most of the other members of the Survey Corps. Another more obvious theme the Titans present is the concept of the harshness of the natural order and the Darwinian ideals of survival of the fittest. While the Titans are presented as an invading force and the characters and certainly the viewer see them as grotesque and horrifying, there is an ominous presence within them. They seem evil and very unnatural by their design, and in fact consume humans not for nourishment, but for some other purpose entirely. Even so, it could be argued that the threat of the Titans represents a conflict within the natural order, forcing humanity to fight for its very survival. This makes morality seem rather moot in the circumstances, though without such ideas as compassion, bravery, ethics, hope, and sacrifice, what is so special about humanity that requires it to go on? This is where the execution perhaps shines best, as these themes are rather subtly explored through the growth of the three main characters, Eren, Mikasa, and Armin. In these horrific and turbulent times, these young soldiers really manage to retain their believable personalities and dynamic human elements, which can be difficult to retain in such shonen action series. Each one of them has something unique to offer despite radical differences. Eren is a unique shonen hero, in that at the start of the series he does not seem to inherently possess any special gifts. He has to push himself harder than anyone else, for he is no natural warrior it seems. Rather, it is his desire to avenge his parents and prevent the terror he witnessed from destroying the people he loves. No matter how difficult the trials, Eren will do whatever he can. Mikasa, on the other hand, has some talents with the gear. With her is that strong sense of family loyalty that keeps her grounded. She will protect Eren with her life, because she believes in him. It is this belief that keeps her fighting. Armin, on the other hand, is clever, but somewhat fearful, if not cowardly, to begin with. Due to his age and the situation, it is somewhat still, Armin found true friendship in Mikasa and Eren, and is the sense of honor that he cannot shake, which forces him to confront his fears. All of the characters have their doubts, as real people often do, but they will take risks, have faith, and give their very lives for each other. It is not necessarily superpowers, at least not at first, that make these characters easy to rally behind. It is their unwavering desire to keep fighting these monsters, if not for themselves, for each other. Each of them struggles to keep part of the innocence of childhood, threatened to be forever tainted by the horrors of the invasion. I believe this is the strongest part of Attack on Titan. The mystery of the Titans does keep us intrigued, but it is the endearing struggle of humanity against such massive odds that keeps us coming back for more. Well, that's my take on the themes of Attack on Titan. Let me know what you guys think, and feel free to send me some video requests. Alright guys, Merlin out. Peace.